Hello and welcome back to Sunless Sunday, where we continue our adventures on the Sunless Sea with me, Bardon, and our intrepid Captain Reginald. We just left Pigmouth Island, where we got banished by the rats because we helped the guinea pigs to steal their jewel, which we now have in our hold, and we're hopefully going to be able to sell when we get back to London. Now I'm kind of hoping to avoid the big crab over there while not being sucked into the maelstrom. Now did we... yeah, we now charted that, which is good. Okay, so we got four supplies left to get back to London. So the supplies that we had, we went through pretty quickly. Now can we get by that guy down there? You have to forgive me for checking the map so much, but I want to see whether it's a good idea to go down to Mutton Island at the moment. Let's go that way for now. I'm worried about running out of supplies though. So it's going to be a much better idea just to cut straight to London. Let's turn our light on to reduce our terror for a little while. We've got plenty of fuel, which is good. But as usual, our supplies aren't doing too well. Send out a Z-Bat. Even though this is charted waters, you never know what could happen. So we definitely should dock here anyway, because we might get some stories from the sailors. Then we can head back to London, maybe make another visit to the sisters and possibly explore the northern waters a bit more. Okay, so let's check the lightship, speak to the crew. So we lose one recent news, which is fine. We've lost 5 terror and we get 1 sea story. Okay, and I think that's all we can do. Yeah, we can't purchase fuel, which is fine because we don't need too much fuel at the moment. So we've got three supplies left, so hopefully we're going to be able to get some more in London. I believe we're on the right track for getting back to London, which is good. So if you have been watching the series, following along, let me know what you think of the game, the atmosphere, the choices we've made. What would you have done in the scenario with the guinea pigs and the rats? Would you have left them with their star? Would you have helped the rats in the first place, or would you have gone with the guinea pigs? And did your thoughts on who to side with change so many times as the story wound on? So as we get in close here now, let's cut our engines about here and we should drift. Okay, just not enough. Okay, then we can drift. And we're back to London, where the rats don't seem as bad as they were before. Okay, so we nothing to. So this is a different type of inspection, and it's an inspection by the Ministry of Public Decency. Some things are too illegal for the customs service to admit the existence of. The ministry are here looking for those. Nothing to hide. You shrug and invite them to search your ship as thoroughly as they would like. I hope we've nothing to hide. They leave scuff marks on the newly scrubbed deck and take pleasure in tangling the rigging. They find nothing more dangerous than mouldy ship's biscuits. Well, they can have the biscuits if they want, as long as they're not part of our supplies. So we lost one menace, which is fine. Okay, let's collect our messages. So nothing much there. Okay, so this guy has come back, which I knew he was going to. Good evening, Captain. And what a marvellous evening it is, if you don't mind me saying so. And given it's my impression you are an obliging sort, I imagine you will not mind at all. And since you are so very obliging, perhaps you wouldn't mind making a little detour via Mount Palmerston with a few articles of cargo, if you happen to be in the area. The cheery man will of course cover your expenses for this trifling inconvenience. You will need at least 1 unit of space in your hold, okay? Accept the commission. It is only after all a trifling inconvenience. Okay? Ask if there is another task you could perform instead. I see you are hesitant. Perhaps you find Mount Palmerston unbearable. And who could blame you? Well, if you have the vinegar, there is another matter which you might be able to assist me with. Okay, so I think we're just going to take it and see what we have to do. If you would be so kind to deliver this little gift to our friends in Mount Palmerston, then they will see we gets to hear about it. And when you come back, we'll cover your expenses. Bon voyage, as my aunt, who was French by birth, if not by inclination, used to like to say. Mount Palmerston is generally somewhere northeast of London. So we're going to be heading in that direction anyway. But it sounds like this guy's faction don't like the people of Mount Palmerston, and we're possibly delivering a bomb to them. So we've got one unstamped crate of brilliant souls, and you agree to smuggle souls from London to Mount Palmerston. So I guess we're probably going to have to get there before we're inspected again, because it's obviously something illegal. Okay, so what else can we do? Let's go to the Admiral. Submit our port report. So we've got one for Pigmote. We got 10 echoes for that. We gain 1 favor, and we've a new accomplishment, and we got 1 fuel. So fuel isn't a problem. We now have enough to buy one more supplies. Okay, so let's go to London. Let's visit the Rose Market again. And again, nothing that we can do. We don't want a new recruit, but because I think that's going to cost us. So don't do that. Let's go to the shops. Now, I thought we got Scintillac, but it doesn't seem that. I thought the jewel was a Scintillac, but it doesn't seem that according to there it is anyway. We don't want to buy a torpedo. What else have we got? So there's nothing else we can sell. What's in our hold? So we've got the unstamped crate, we've got our supplies. Okay, so then can we visit? Yeah, let's go to the university. So we've got a Z story which we can sell. We've got 10 echoes for that. And here's the lump. So he probably gives us more than we would normally. So we got 800 echoes for stealing that. So I definitely don't feel bad for the rats or the guinea pigs now. And we got our favor has increased there as well. Okay, so let's go to the shop then. Let's get a lot of supplies. Okay, and then let's get ourselves some more fuel. So I think I'm going to keep space in the cargo. So that should be enough to keep us going for a good while yet. I'm not going to buy anything else there. So we've already got that guy's thing. So we're going north. So I think because we're going north, where was the shop that sold the mushroom? What was it? Mushroom wine? It wasn't this guy anyway. Maybe the exchange. Cask of mushroom wine. Okay, so let's buy 3 casks of mushroom wine. It's only going to net us 6. It's only going to net us a total of 6 extra echoes, but you know our echoes are going to be going up if we do that. Okay. So then if we go to our lodgings, we can read the morning papers. Our hold is full. We don't throw anything overboard, thank you. I guess we got to unfortunately get rid of 1 fuel. Okay. So we're gonna have to be careful of that then in the future. Rest in your room. Okay. If you don't have the echoes to go out roistering, best stay at home. This will reduce your terror, heal a wound, and give you a restful night. Okay. So it's going to be 10 echoes. Unlocked with 1 terror, you have 48. So it's only going to reduce a terror by 1. Is that right? Well, I'm not worried about that at the moment. So what about the Venturer's Desire? Got nothing there. We've already talked to the Anbro. Yeah, I think we're done here in London. So we're going to... So he said it was northeast. So somewhere in this area. So what we're going to do is leave London, go to the Sisters, then head up to the Tomb Colonies, and then make our way into this area. That's a pretty good plan, or it's the best plan I have at the moment anyway, so let's see how that does for us. we still have a few more places of earlier quests that we need to find, but as you see, like as we venture on, there's no guarantee, even if we're told the general area where something is, that we're actually going to find it. So these boys here in the sea, it's good to stick to them if you're not going to be close to land, because at least we're getting some light and we don't have to burn our own light. So let's go up to the next one. And then we're going to go to the north of Hunter's Keep. I don't know who did the music for this game, but they did a really excellent job. And it's something that I would listen to away from the game as well. There's not many games that I'd say that about. Okay, so let's cut our engine and dock. Okay, Hunter's Keep. So we did leave enough time. Let's get our port report. Okay, that's good. So we've launched in with Cynthia, Lucy, so let's try Phoebe this time. Here's the story. Phoebe has a story to tell of two lovers, parted by water, of a raven that carried messages, of a fragment of the moon. She beats time on the table as she speaks, as if to a song only she can hear. The effect is hypnotic. Your attention drifts out through the skylight of the dining room to the false stars glittering in the roof of the cavern. You drift like a puffball spore. The undersea shimmers below. Islands lie like mineral specimens on black velvet. Ships bob like wood chips between the islands. Vast spine things pulse in the depths. There is a scent like the scent before a storm. The storm came, says Phoebe quietly. Everything's changed. Somewhere in there you finish the last course. The scowling maid reluctantly serves cheese and Bat Oliver biscuits. Okay, so we got one memory of a distant shore. We gained 1 supply. We lost 20 hunger. We lost 5 terror. And that's pretty much it. Okay, so let's leave Hunter's Keep. Turn out. Well, we're going to keep our light on for now because we're going to the north. Yeah. So I think it's northwest of here is where we have to go. And let's send out our Z-Bat to see if we discover anything on the way. So no islands. Let's cut a bit more in a northerly direction. And try again. And let's put one out the other side. Okay, and then let's cut to the west. Yeah, we're heading now pretty much directly to where we want to be. A false star flares in the cavern roof directly above you, flares and fades. So there's Carissa's Point. We need to go north so we don't smack into it. Normally a lot of places, I suppose that one isn't the case, but places called after someone like Carissa's Point or Lover's Point is actually normally where, or at least here in Ireland, is where someone has maybe decided to jump from a cliff into the sea. So it's not a very pleasant reason for the name, but it's not always the case, thankfully. Okay, but let's get ourselves in here. So straighten up and then cut our engine. Please make it. Okay, let's dock. Okay, we're not going to the Vengeance of Jonah. That cost a lot the last time. So let's go to the Tomb Colony. A dusty glass of wine. Venderbight is not the most promising place for shore leave. Too much decay. Explore Venderbight. Okay, so let's gather gossip. So we got a port report. Okay. Then let's explore, see what we get. A little chapel stands alone. You poke your head through the door. The walls are a deep red, just this side of scarlet. A ruby-tinted window at the back glows with steady light. An electric lamp behind the glass. Rare and expensive, but this is no gaslight. No one is here, and yet you hear you have the sensation that only a moment ago someone must have been. So we can leave. This shade of red would be unsettling enough in a dowager's parlour. Daubed on the walls of an empty place of worship, nothing cheerful will happen here. Make an offering. Drop a coin into the empty offering box and pray for the power of this place. To the power of this place, whoever it might be. So it's going to be one echo. So it's only one echo. So let's pray and see what that gets us. An uncertain outcome. Prayer soothes the soul, they say. Your soul is not suited. You wait, head bent, while the light in the chapel beats on. Shadowless and unmoved. Nothing changes. The red of the place gets into your vision. The faces of the crew seem flushed, as if fevered. You hear your own breathing echo raggedly. No one is sitting in the pew behind you. It doesn't stop you looking. The scene will stay with you. Perhaps you can write about it when you return to London. That's all for now. So we gained 5 terror. We gained 1 tale of terror. And we lost 1 echo. Okay. Let's go to shop. And let's sell our mushroom wine. We're not going to buy fuel or supplies because it's more expensive. Let's go back to story and see if we've got something else. Okay, so we still need to get 10 barrels. So we're probably going to do that the next time we come because we have the echoes for it. But not this time. But that does bring us to the end of this episode. If you have enjoyed it, please consider liking, subscribing, and posting a comment. Let me know what you think of the story so far and maybe anything that you would have done differently. And if you played the game, let me know some of your adventures without spoiling the story. But I do hope to see all of you next time. Goodbye.